Okay, so this one I'm working on, this is the one I thought, remember I said in a couple of videos back, I was going to do different things with it. And I thought it was going to turn out to be a garbage one, you know. Well, happy to say, and I'm really happy with this. It is turning out to be something special. Um, I'm going to take this off for a second and show you, but yeah, a couple of things I got to do to it, but I'm in the process of polishing it up. But see, you can see through it. All right, see that? That turned. Now I've got to take this off, and I got to take this off, and I'm not going to do what I normally do. Put a tenant on. I'm just going to take this off and polish it up, and we're good to go. Put it on the. That's the thing I got to be careful of. There's little imperfections in here and stuff. Um, but it turned out way better than I thought it would. Okay, so this is my happy pull. I'm happy this turned out the way it did. So, um, and it doesn't look really fancy right now because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna shine it up. But yeah, at the end of the day, this worked. I gave up on myself. Okay, so, uh, okay, so my problem has been lately. I don't even think I'm good enough sometimes. So, ooh, that's too. That's me giving up on myself. Look at that. I actually look at that. That's my happy bowl. It really turned out good. Now I'm still working on it. I still got ways to go. But at the end of the day, this is awesome. I don't care. This is like 110% better than what it was. If you look back on some of my videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's all crusty in the bottom. It was all sticky. It didn't gel right. Well, all this, I'm gonna buff it out on the drill press when I'm through. This really turned out way better than I thought it was. Um, and there are imperfections in it, like in here. Um, well, there's a couple of things I want to say first. This is me learning how to do this. I'm not really experiencing this. I keep saying that because I keep going back and forth and back and forth. It's intimidating. Okay, so if there's this list of things that I have that I've got to do to prep for before I do anything. Be honest with you, the only two, well, I should say the only things I've done has either been with that's turned out really good has been with um, using leftover resin to make my Christmas trees or to make my sawdust bowls, and those are really cool. So this right here is probably going to be when I shine it up a little bit. I don't want to say one of my best. It's probably from what it was. It turned out really good. Now, here's if you're ever going to do stuff in here, do resin work. There's a bunch of stuff you have to be aware of, and it's intimidating. So, if you ever do resin work, you're almost better off doing just a resin bowl with nothing in it and making it kind of, maybe put something that's more solid in it than wood. The problem with wood is it brings in moisture. Okay, so that's the problem I've had. So, hence these white crystals in here. All right. And the way this is. So, I experimented just to see. I did have some that had wood in it. Um, and one turned out okay, but it's still not perfect. So before you put it in the crock pot, what you do is you get all your materials and you put them in um, your kiln. Get it down to less than 5 or 6%, and then take it out and take your moisture meter and check your wood. That's the problem, okay? Because see, it absorbs all kinds of moisture. The other thing is too, and I didn't realize this, moisture in your lines. Now, when I the air line I got does have moisture in it, and so when I put air into it, I'm adding to it. See, so that's another thing I got to do to figure out how I can prevent that. Because when I take, when I take and drain the pan in here, the air compressor, it's full of water. So now when I take and blow stuff off in here, I can feel the cold air coming out of it. So I've got to figure out a way to get that down. Some guys say sucking it out works better than blowing it. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's another option I look into, but my crock pot does a great job. The problem is the moisture. I'm in the basement. The moisture and everything here is probably a high content, and 15 to 25%. So that adds to this. And the only reason I know this is because I'll show you another one. Okay, so this is the same idea. Same idea. Okay, this one was the first one I ever made. So look at the bowl. Okay, for people that are resin experts, what did I do wrong with that? Now, I wasn't thinking about this, but if you're a resin expert, what did I do wrong with that? The number one issue with this was it wasn't dry. The wood wasn't dry. That's the reason why I got all white and crusty. I actually salvaged this. I was going to get rid of this too. And I'm in the process of just cleaning it up as best I can. And I'll probably put wipe on poly in it. I don't care. It's my first bowl I ever made with resin. Yeah, it's I like it. It's fine. Where the hole is here, I'll probably put some glue in there. I was going to take and make a what do you call it, a mortise in here, but I'm just going to fill that in with something. But that turned out better. Even when I sanded this down again before I took the spindle, took it off, it cleaned up really good. So I'm still polishing it. That's the hard part of this. Now, when you're mixing wood with resin, that's the other thing. You can have a tendency to get this wood stained with your rubbing compound. So that's another experiment. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you. Yeah, see, so at the end of the day, I can tell you, never give up. Never give up. I really thought this bowl was trash. And it's actually turning out to be one of my better bowls. Now, yeah, I got to take this off. But that's not a problem because I'll just take my Dremel tool and cut it off and then I'll sand it. So, same thing with the back here. I've got a sander on there. I'll take and put this on. Away we go. The hard part is just polishing up everything. And I'll probably do that with a buffer on there too. Same thing. So, anyway, uh, I can tell you people out there, whatever you're doing, never give up. Never give up. It's like this. I'm not really. I want to say I'm religious, but I'm not. But I'm kind of in between, right? So I'm praying to God. Well, all this stuff that's happened to me the last 24 sucked. 24 totally sucked. But in the end game, I keep praying. I keep praying. And I keep wanting to do better in my life. And something always happens in what I'm doing But I was thinking the last couple of months, I gotta pull my head out of my rear end and do something. I can't be a wimp about this. There's some things that other woodworkers thought I was unprofessional, didn't like what I was doing, and it tends to wear on you because now I'm saying, okay, well, they don't like me, so I'm not that good. I'm not professional, and I let it get to me, which is wrong, totally wrong. So all I can tell you is the guys that have helped me, the guys that have supported me, thank you. Um, the confidence level has gone way up after this. No matter what happens, this right here is the deal breaker with me, man. I'm telling you, it is a little bit smaller in thickness. I mean, in size, height wise, but it still turned out it was great. So at the end of the day, I'm proud that I was able to do something like this. Might not be a lot to you, but it does to me. And I'll be working on another one later, another project later on today. So never give up. Even if it looks crappy, make it your stuff. Somebody else might, and it's, I guess, in a way, it's in the eye of the beholder. So I'm going to go finish what I was doing, and I'm going to get something to eat. I'll be back on. I just wanted to show you what I accomplished. I was up at last night at 11:30, 11 o'clock doing this last night, and trying to see that, doing part of it and seeing what we're doing. It took me a while to do this. This bowl probably took me 2, 3 hours to carve up, at least that. Um, anyway, so my crazy ideas. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. If there's anything you want to leave a message on, go ahead. Like I said, I'm experimenting at the same time as you guys are. So, God bless, guys. Have a great Monday afternoon.